The following may contain offensive language, adult humor, and or content that some viewers may find offensive. The views and opinions expressed by any one speaker does not explicitly or necessarily reflect or represent those of Mark Radulich or W2M Network. Please listen with caution, or don't listen at all.
Yes, sir. We are back on sessions here on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich. And over there is the engineer, Mr. Suno.AI himself, Skynet's advanced scout, Juicy J, the Grammy Award-winning AI producer, and the master chef of Metal Salad.
There you go. Oh, wow.
Jesse Starcher, how do you do, sir?
Mark Radulich, it is good to be back. You know, we last recorded when? Was it last month or the month before?
It was October.
So
we're going to start going a little bit more regularly in the new year, by the way. Like, I think initially I was like, 1 month we'll do sessions, 1 month we'll do comics. And it turns out I don't want to wait that long to record with you. So,
well, I'll tell you that things really move fast in the world of AI.
Oh, yeah. Talk to me, Goose.
Yeah, 2 months ago when we were recording, Suno was at version 3.5. And as of, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they dropped version 4. Mm-hmm. And everybody was waiting, just, step it up. Let's see what's happening. Mm-hmm. So version 4 hits, and it's really hyped. And when you first dive into version 4, you are V4. They are really, the songs are like, oh my gosh, these are good. These are great songs. And then within the span of about 3 days, things really got ugly when it came to like the message boards and Discord and Reddit for Suno. People were talking about how they should have never dropped this version. Now, mind you, the only people who have access to V4 are paid users. Mm-hmm. So
I am now one.
I'm so glad.
I organized so much of my finances I can actually afford to live, and then immediately went out and spent money on things like Suno.AI.
Ah, yes.
More on that at the next Metal Hammer of Doom jukebox.
I love it. So yeah, what had ended up happening is that people started recognizing what they called a shimmer, or the shimmer.
Yeah,
that is what is
shimmer.
It's officially been called. So I think
shimmer, the shake, the waddy dotty, the lottie dotty.
I think where you hear it most is when it comes to rock or metal songs, where there's a lot of institution of cymbals, or hi-hats, whatever.
Okay.
They're using they use something that makes it, there is a really evident sound of kind of like, people were calling it laser beams, and I really started to notice it though. On just about anything I would generate, you would hear a and it was very, people were pretty much driven nuts by it.
You're calling it the shimmer. I understand that's what the kids are calling it, but is it more of like a warble? And I'm asking you that because I remember when I worked in a record store back when we would sell records.
What are those?
You may have heard of records. They came on vinyl recording discs that were about 12 inches long, or cassette tapes. These were little tapes with reels of tape, I guess you would call it.
Yeah,
and you play it on a tape player. It was like a
can you see one in the background? Oh no, guess not. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought maybe you had one in the background of you, but there's not there.
Yeah, you have to spool it with a pencil. Remember that? With a pencil.
Oh yeah.
And then technology advanced, and there were these what they call compact discs that they would record records on that you could buy at the store. I understood from the example, Sam Goody got it. But you could also go to your Tower Records. Anyway, and what I'm saying is, back when we used to sell records at the record shop, we would sell what we call bootlegs.
Okay.
So amateurly, non-professional recorded concerts.
Equipment.
Yeah. And we would sell bootlegs of like various shows, and for they were expensive too. Like these were hot items, because in some cases, like it wasn't just like some dude out there with a tape recorder. A lot of times the bootlegs came off of the equipment that was used for the concert, like right off the soundboard, and it sold as non-official bootleg concert CDs. And I remember this one customer, is why I'm telling you this story, this tortured story, that he bought a bootleg. I don't remember who the band or the concert was, but he bought this bootleg, and I remember he was listening to it. And he's like, "There's a warble. There's a warble. There's a warble. There's a sound here." And like, because he was a man from Long Island, he acted as if we were totally trying to like rip him off. Like no one told him to buy this CD. It's not like I don't buy a CD. like let me buy this expensive CD, sir, because I want to take your money. Now, he went to the store and found it himself, and then we gave him the courtesy of listening to it ahead of time, and he was like, "What the fuck are you trying?" Like he was like Uncle Ben from Star Wars. He was like, "What are you trying to push on me?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm not trying to push anything on you." He's like, "There's a warble here," and then he hit bagels and lox because it was Long Island.
Perfect.
Everyone carries a bag of bagels and lox, not to eat, just to hit people with.
Just hit people. Oh wow, jeez Louise.
There's a warble on the CD, sir. Oh God,
whoa.
Can I go one day without being hit with lox?
This is a violent place you live in. I don't know.
That's all the time, Jesse. I'm not from the peaceful area of Marietta, Georgia.
Yes.
Or Ohio.
No, it's Georgia. Yeah, that's where I live now. I moved.
Georgia.
I moved to Georgia. And not the state either. I'm actually in the country.
So finish up with the warble / the shimmer, which sound like two different wrestlers. It's the warble versus the shimmer tonight on AEW Collision.
Oh yeah, cage match. Yeah, I mean, imagine that, but you are paying money for this service, and this is something that like you continually get, over 300 songs that you try to generate. You just cannot get rid of this thing.
Isn't that noticeable? Is it as noticeable as the warble that drove this one Long Island man crazy?
I would assume so. It's got to be because
you sent me something that had like a distinctive shimmer in it, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and that's the thing. When I first started listening to V4, oh, this is great, and then you start to listen to about 3 or 4 songs, and you start to realize, oh, that's there. And what's really scary, is actually somebody posted today that they heard it in a Green Day song from like a long time ago. So I don't know if it's like some kind of weird artifact that's been in there before, and then all of a sudden like V4 brought it forward. But the good thing is that as of Friday,
like people are complaining about the sound actual instruments make.
It's strange. It's really strange, because I've tried to wrap my head around it.
That's the impression I'm getting.
That's what I thought it was, but trust me, there is something there in a lot of the generations that I have. And I know I sent you something. It's hard to tell if you listen to both songs. You should be able to maybe make something out. But anyway, I could tell. There was plenty of people that also could tell. And then finally Friday, people start. I was on the fence of like, am I going to continue my subscription? Because I don't want to generate anything more. When you listen to AI music, you can pick that stuff out. Before, in version 3 or 3.5, there was something called the Demon Choir, which showed up in a lot of songs, but it wasn't as prevalent as the shimmer. So I don't know if it's a situation where people will just continue to pick things out because you start, and then somebody points something out and it just doesn't go away. You ever have something like that where you can't unsee something? The shimmer is just like that. You hear the shimmer and you're like, shit, there it is.
I think
and
with the things I've done in the past 2 to 3 years, there are some things I've seen I wish I hadn't, and I'll never unsee.
So anyway, they have fixed it as well. Let's try this. They've diminished it very, very much so. So it's not as prevalent now in generations that are created, and I think it's going to get better. So they acknowledged it. They acknowledged that it was there. Suno did come out and say, yes, it is here, and we're going to work on it, and they fixed it. So that's wonderful, because a lot of the songs that I created, I can now remaster and have it sound, even better without the shimmer. So I'm excited about that.
Very cool. I actually used I used Suno.AI to create music for the next Metal Hammer of Doom jukebox, and I didn't hear a shimmer or a shake or a warble. But you had me remaster it, and I could definitely hear a fuller sound. A more crisp sound.
It's definitely different. But yeah, man, we're at V4 right now, and I think V4 is a situation where things are getting good. I mean, these generations. And did you see any of the crazy shit that I was posting about the lyrics generator that they have?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah, listen to him over there.
Listen to me roll my eyes.
Man, I've got some shit I've got to play for you. So they came out with a lyrics generator that's in beta.
Yeah.
And you throw in a prompt, and then it is the word that the developer used was unhinged. And the lyrics that come out of this thing are fucking crazy.
Okay, so you realize now we have to do that tonight. We have to generate lyrics using Suno.AI to see what they come up with compared to what we've already got, which I used in ChatGPT, which we can start talking about that whenever you're ready. But I didn't want to cut you off because you were very passionate about the behind-the-scenes stuff going on.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. What are you doing with the check Suno.AI sends you? As it's, I'm
giving them free publicity and promotions.
Your AI generated music.
If anybody's watching this show, or if anybody listens to this show, those are the few people that are actually listening to shit that I create. The other stuff that kind of sits there, I'm not promoting. I have thought about, actually doing something on my own YouTube channel just to be like, hey, let's create something. But no, I am not doing anything with any check because they are not sending me a damn dime, nor do they reply to any shit that I send them on Twitter either. So.
Because they all look at Blue Sky.
They're all gone.
Jesse, you and I took each other's hands, and we walked. Did. We walked that walk from the corner to the Deuce.
To the Deuce. That's right.
2 years we looked at the great works of David Simon. And as part of that 2-year run of TV parties where we reviewed every single season of every single thing David Simon worked on, from Homicide to The Plot Against America, with a quick sidebar when it was contemporary at the time to do We Own These Streets. We did a 5-season review of The Wire, and funny, you've really turned me, Jesse.
I did.
I was once a straight non-AI using person, and now I am totally homo AI. You turned me, Jesse. You brought me along and groomed me. And now I'm using Notebook LM all the time. And I actually had to go through a lot of our stuff with The Wire, and it was just like, these are fun discussions, but they're not particularly deep, and that hurt me because I thought they were. Yeah, but apparently we only scratched the surface of what they get into The Wire. I'm like, what else were we supposed to talk about?
I think they are giving us too much credit when they think of what our resources are, which is watch the fucking thing and talk about it. Well, are they expecting us to go and interview creators and David Simon himself? I'm afraid
I
not.
don't know how deep we're supposed to dig into The Wire. I mean, some of the comments from Notebook.lm were, or Notebook LM were, we read a lot of quotes. Which we did.
We did. There was one point where you were like, okay, I want to read this quote. And we did the quote thing back and forth. Like we were reading
we did 2
Bunny,
episodes of that. The final season, we played a game where you had to pick epigraphs and all that. Like, there was definitely some fun to be had, but I stand by the way that we did those reviews as they were supposed to be entertaining. Look, people are not listening for like deep dive analysis that I'm aware of, but even at the level that we chose to stay at, I still think we dug into those shows, but apparently not to the satisfaction of the AI that runs Notebook LM. Fucking harsh mistress that is. Good grief.
Oh man.
But Jesse, I do love The Wire.
Yes, you do.
It is easily my favorite show in the history of television. I think it's the best show written in the history of television. But that's with, I've never watched The Sopranos, and people say like that is the peakiest of peak television. That is the Hulk Hogan of modern television.
Okay.
I stand by that. I think The Wire is better than Breaking Bad. I think it's better than Oz. Try to think of, I think it's better than The Shield. I think it's better than Justified. I think the stuff that The Wire dug into is what elevates it past those things, because a lot of the ones that I just mentioned are soapy dramas. I mean, Breaking Bad somewhat dealt with the American healthcare system in that, this guy can't get, cost-effective cancer treatment without selling meth.
Right.
But even after the first season, it didn't really deal too much with his cancer. It just became this, old cis white male dorky chemistry teacher making meth, and the conflict is, how does this normal suburban white dad deal with the underground drug market and that kind of shit. Like that's all, and how is he going to keep it from his brother-in-law DEA agent? A lot of what's considered to be peak TV is like Sons of Anarchy. It's just good, fun, soapy drama. Just fine, but I need a little meat on the bone. And I think it's meat on, and I think meat on the bone, good tender meat is what makes things that much better. That I think it's what elevates it. Again, you continue to use the chef analogies. I think there's plenty of good meat out there, but we want to elevate these things and I think the only way to elevate them is when they really get into real life stuff. We said on the review of The Wire that they had to come back from the ledge with a few different things, because had they made it as sad as it could be, if they had made it as real as it could be, it would have been too sad. It would have been nigh unwatchable for most people, because I think people can take a certain amount, kind of like kids, they can take a certain amount of sadness and tragedy in their television, but if you give them too much, this no longer becomes a fun escape from the normal life. It becomes too real, and right. I escaped the tragedy of my own life to watch the tragedy of someone else's life.
Right.
So you can't do too much dookie shooting heroin in a horse bar before people just go, I'm gonna go back to watching Friends. It made me cry.
Right. Yeah.
But I do stand by, and I think for people who are just like, but why? That's my argument for it. I think it took the soapy drama and went beyond and dealt with, which we talked about in the review. It dealt with the loss of the American dream, the the collapse of the American policing institution. We talked about the loss of the loss of the middle class. We talked about drug legalization, Amsterdam. We talked about. Did you see? Was it you who posted the article from Twitter?
No, it wasn't me. I think it was either Robert or it was Andrew. I can't remember.
Yeah, 20 years later, and we're experimenting with drug zones.
Amsterdam.
We talked about the media and we talked about journalism. We've been talking about the death of journalism on this network alone for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Your medium is dying. So I've been talking for a little bit, just kind of introduce this. I don't want to go over a lot of the same stuff that we've already been over, but for the purposes of this podcast, I felt like I needed to readdress some of those things. Regarding my constant bringing up of The Wire, because that's the other thing, and that's really what this podcast is about tonight.
Yes, that is it right there.
There are two, and we're going to talk about the next one next sessions. There are two things I reference constantly because I think they're peak in their medium, peak TV and peak movie, and that is The Wire and Lord of the Rings. Are either perfect? No, but I think they're two shining examples of what movies and television can and should be. And when I think about the movie reviews that we've done, when I think about the television shows that we've done, yeah, they're easy comparisons to make because they do a lot right. There's a lot about them that's good. And so when I need a measuring stick, those are my go-to. To the point, and this is where you can jump in and speak on this because you've definitely been one of those people, to the point where it's now become kind of a game about to see when and how much I'm going to reference The Wire.
Dude, it's a meme. I mean, as soon as I can figure out how to get you in a AI creation that says something about The Wire, then that's one of the Radulich and broadcasting staples is you mentioning The Wire or comparing something to The Wire or bringing up an instance from The Wire. So, yeah. I mean, and I think when we decided we were going to run with trying to figure out what we were going to do with this album, moments and things that define the network was kind of what we were shooting for.
Yeah.
And I think this is easily one of them.
It's been joked about. There's the Radulich and Broadcasting Network bingo game.
Yes.
And the center square is Mark brings up The Wire.
Each one of those squares are tracks that should be on this album. That's the way I see it.
We got to get Andrew. That actually is a song in and of itself, is Radulich and Broadcasting bingo.
Bingo. Yep. And then
write that down, Jesse. It'll be track 6.
Sure. Put it on the agenda.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we get into the discussion of the track itself?
No, I am excited.
All right. So we're going to do two things tonight. Now, I usually will do some work ahead of time. You can kind of see the graphic behind us tonight. I did artwork for this already. I used ChatGPT to create an album cover for what I went to ChatGPT and I said, ChatGPT, I reference The Wire constantly on my podcast. It's become kind of a joke. I want to write a song about how I reference The Wire constantly on my podcast. Write me lyrics. But set it to, and this is why I brought this up. This is important. Set it to the actual way down in the hole. And for those that don't know, I mean, you know that it's like the theme of The Wire, but here's the history of the song. Way Down in the Hole is a song written by singer-songwriter Tom Waits. It was included on his 1987 album Frank's Wild Years, which was first presented as a stage production put on by the Steppenwolf Theater Company in Chicago, Illinois. It was obviously used as a theme for The Wire. It was there was a different recording for each season. It starts off with the Blind Boys of Alabama, then Tom Waits and the Neville Brothers, Domage, and then finally Copperhead Road, Steve Earle. Season's 4 version performed by the Baltimore teenagers Ivan Ashford, Markel Steele, Cameron Brown, and Tariq El-Sabir, and Avery Bargas was arranged and recorded specifically for the show. An extended version of the Blind Boys of Alabama, to me, I think the version of that song is the Blind Boys of Alabama, was played over a montage in the series finale. In 2004, music historian Kim Beisel said that the 1994 song Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds was loosely based on Way Down in the Hole. I did not know that.
Really?
I was this many years. Yeah, I was this many years old when I learned that Red Right Hand from Scream was based on Way Down in the Hole. Holy cow.
Wow. Okay.
So I decided that as far as song structure goes, I wanted lyrics based on the Blind Boys of Alabama version of Way Down in the Hole. Who are the Blind Boys of Alabama? The Blind Boys of Alabama are an American gospel group. The group was founded in 1939 in Talladega, Alabama, and has featured a changing roster of musicians over its history. The majority were vision impaired. Huh. Interesting.
Okay. All right, then.
The Blind Boys found mainstream success following their appearance in the 1983 Obie Award-winning musical The Gospel of Colonis. Since then, the group has toured internationally and has performed and recorded with such artists as Prince, Lou Reed, Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer, Bonnie Raitt, Ben Harper, Bon Iver, Amadou, and Miriam. Talks about The Wire. Jesse.
Yes, Mark.
The Blind Boys have won 5 Grammy Awards.
Wow. All right.
In addition to being presented with a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2009, they were endowed with a National Heritage Fellowship from the National Endowment of the Arts in 1994. They were inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame in 2003, and they were inducted into the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. A studious institution, if there ever was one. My goodness, the Alabama Music Hall of Fame.
Oh my.
The group was also invited to the White House during Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama administrations. Holy mother of God. Yeah. They didn't just do The Wire, folks.
That's a resume, folks.
That's pretty dope, actually. Like my new favorite.
Agree.
Like them and Pantera, my new favorite groups. All right. So I got this first set of lyrics here. Now, we're gonna look at my lyrics that I had ChatGPT do based on that prompt, which was what I just told you. But then, and don't tell us yet. But wait until we're done with this. But then Jesse has something that he wants to do, and we're gonna compare and contrast. All right.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna sing to you, Jesse. Jesse, do you like it when I sing to you?
I know I do.
When you walk through the streets of Baltimore, you hear echoes from The Wire once more.
It's true.
I've been quoting it for so many years. Every review echoes those streets of tears.
Oh yeah. Oh
God, Dookie shooting heroin in a horse bar. Way down in the reviews, where The Wire calls the tune.
Way down in the reviews.
Way down in the reviews. I've been trying it to every. Oh, I've been tying it to everything.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. From the law to the newsroom.
All right, then. That's I mean, that's true.
That is true. That's true, baby. That's true.
That's true. It's damn
true. I spoke of good cops, bad cops too.
Mm-hmm.
The politics, the schools, the working class blues. Yes, sir. Oh, we got them every day, working class blues, Jesse.
That's right.
Every theme I've seen, I've brought it back to this. That gritty, broken system we all can't dismiss. Jesse, is it cringe when I do this? Do you cringe? Do you like, I should stop.
I am not the audience here. Okay. This is I love it when you sing. Go for it.
Do it? Okay. Do you love it when I sing to you? When I croon at you? With my doe eyes? My doe admiring eyes.
I'm not looking at you when you sing to me, okay?
Lock eyes with me, Starcher.
No, not happening.
Way down in the reviews, where the stories all unfold, I keep finding The Wire in every tale I've told. From the media's plot to the American dream, it's always The Wire that shapes the theme.
That's right.
That's right. Some say I lack structure, some call it a crime.
Wait a second.
Some do say I lack structure. It's not entirely untrue.
Some say I lack structure.
Some say your podcast sucks, and I can't disagree. Thank you, Notebook LM.
I was going to say, wait a second. All right.
Some say I lack structure, some call it a crime. But the spirit of Baltimore rings in every line. Enthusiastic? Sure. Maybe I roam. Meandering thoughts, finding my way home. You think this is meandering, you should hear our Taco Bell stories.
Oh, my.
But can you blame me? The Wire runs deep. It's the soul of my reviews and every word I keep. Way down in the reviews, where the broken hearts reside, The Wire keeps on singing, and I can't leave it behind.
That's true. That's true.
So when you hear me talk of movies and shows, you'll find The Wire buried deep in the prose. Through the chaos and quotes, I'll never lose my goal to keep that greatest story way down in my soul.
That is a hell of a way to end it. I like that.
It's good shit.
I like that a lot.
All right, Jesse. Again.
That was great. We what's the genre here we're shooting for? It's
We're not there
blues.
yet. Well, all right. Do we need genre now in order to create lyrics?
We don't have to. No, we don't. I just I
'Cause
would
I was gonna save that for when we were ready for music, but I want tell people about the lyrics generator. That's what I wanted you to do.
oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Tell me what
Okay.
you were talking about before we started the show tonight. That's what I was pitching you.
Oh, man. All right. Well, first off, lyrics, good job. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. How'd you like my singing? My crooning.
Oh yeah.
Do I not have the soul of a tortured black man?
You do, as a matter of fact. You absolutely do.
That's going on my tombstone. Here lies Mark Radulich, devoted father. He had the tortured soul of a black man.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so with the launch of V4, Suno came out with something called Remi, REMI.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it's a lyric generator. And the guy, that one of the developers, has said, "Okay, hey guys, you check out our." They have two lyric generators. One that's a standard model, which you could put in you could put in a prompt, and Suno would come up with it. But you could also do it with Remi. And just recently, within the past couple of days, it'll actually give you two options to pick from for the lyrics that you want. The thing is the developer said it is unhinged. So
what does that even mean?
Well, here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy. The first day that it launches, I'm like, oh, I got to check this out. And I put in I was writing checks for bills. And I was like, give me a blues song about paying bills. And it's about to drive me insane because I do it every month. And it came up. I put Delta Blues as the genre. And it came up with the most amazing blues song that AI, I think, has ever created for that specific subject, called paying bills. And when you're thinking like, there's no way, the way that the lyrical structure of this blues song was set up, and then after I hit create, I'm telling you, it was the best Delta blues song I'd ever heard AI create.
Nice.
And I was like, holy shit, this thing is unbelievable. This is going to knock the socks off of any lyric generator. And then almost every single song, I don't think I've gotten one generation that makes sense at all after that. Like, the lyrics are so loosely tied to whatever prompt you give it, but it says some of the craziest shit. However, that did not deter me from making some of the craziest fucking songs I've ever heard in my entire life.
That sounds amazing.
Oh,
so right. We're gonna have this unhinged, psychotic AI, lyric generator generate us lyrics for this prompt for Way Down in the Wire, and we're gonna compare them and see which one we want to run with.
So, do you want me to read the lyrics before we run the song? Because I really feel like we need.
I want you to write the prompt and then send me the lyrics, and I'm gonna sing them at you.
Is that you're serious? Okay.
Yeah.
He's serious.
Come on, you know how this go.
I know that yours is going to be great because it's well structured. It's telling a story. Do not expect anything like that.
Okay.
With this, but I would love. Do you have the same prompt sitting there that you used?
Maybe.
Because if you do,
let's see if I can find it real quick.
And I will. I mean, I could go ahead and put in here like a blues song about, or a skanky rock song about, or whatever. If you want me to prompt a.
All right, here is my prompt. Write me no, wait, that's description. Hang on. Okay. Write me a description for the podcast I'm recording tonight called... No, that's the wrong one.
That is not it. That sounds like shit I write, though. Give me a description about this podcast because I don't want to write it right now. Okay, thank you. I'll paste that. Damn.
I wish I could do a search for what I did. Wire references and reviews. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, so here's what I did. So this is funny, actually. Here's my entire prompt. The following review of my reviews of The Wire and turn it into the following is a review of my reviews of The Wire and turn it into song lyrics where the central theme is how I have constantly referenced The Wire and many other reviews of television and movies over the years. The tone and rhythm should be in line with The Wire opening theme song Way Down in the Hole by the Blind Boys of Alabama. The hosts of TV Party Tonight are okay. So that was my prompt, but I had to also include the Notebook LM assessment of our 5-season review of The Wire.
I got you.
So this is what Notebook LM said. All right, you ready?
Go.
The hosts of TV Party Tonight are self-proclaimed fans of the HBO show The Wire, and they discuss the show with great passion and enthusiasm. However, their conversations are not particularly structured, often jumping between different episodes and characters. That would be where that line came from. This makes it difficult to follow their train of thought and can be frustrating for listeners looking for a detailed analysis of the show. Salient points about The Wire. While the hosts do not offer a deep analytical exploration of The Wire, they make some notable observations, including the show's realism. They highlight the gritty and realistic portrayal of Baltimore's drug trade and the various institutions involved. The complexity of systems. They discuss how The Wire shows the interconnectedness of various systems like law enforcement, politics, education, and the conflicts that arise from their different priorities. The decline of the American working class. They point to the show's exploration of the decline of the American working class and the loss of the American dream. Good policing versus bad policing. They discuss the show's nuanced portrayal of law enforcement, examining both positive and negative aspects of police work. The role of the media. They discuss how The Wire explores the challenges and ethical dilemmas faced. This goes on. Faced by journalists and changing media landscape. Strengths and weaknesses of the reviews. Strengths. Enthusiasm.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Stop. And 200 characters or less, I need a fucking prompt.
All righty, sir.
Actually, take that.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, copy it, paste it into ChatGPT, and say, I want to use this as a prompt for a song. Give it to me in 200 characters or less.
Okay, hang on.
And tell me.
I got it. I want to use the following text as a prompt for lyrics generated by AI. Take the following text and reduce it to a 200-word prompt.
200 character, not word. Characters.
To a 200-character prompt.
And I expect you on the next Damn You Hollywood to tell Robert to provide you with a response in 200 characters or less.
Yeah, considering we're doing Wicked, yeah, I might have to do that.
I need 200, not 50 words, okay. 200 characters.
I am sending this to you in Messenger.
Perfect. I love it. This is what we will use.
But for the audiences, turn reviews of The Wire into song lyrics like its opening theme, focusing on how I reference it in reviews of shows and movies. Highlight themes of realism, systems, media, and passion in a catchy rhythmic style.
Oh, geez.
This is going to be hot. This is going to be hot garbage.
This is
not what we want. No,
not funny at all.
I'm very interested in what Suno will come up with, but this is not going to be good.
All right, hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to take out. Let's see. Turn your views of The Wire into song lyrics about its opening theme, like its opening theme. Let's just do this.
You do your thing. I gotta go AFK for a second.
All right then. So we want a song about how I reference The Wire the show The Wire in all of my podcasts. So much so that it has practically become a meme. There it is. All right. Now, so I'm not sharing my screen. I'm going to write the lyrics, but well, actually, let me share my screen because I just kind of want to show you how the process works here a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll share. I'll send the lyrics to you. But here is, and I will share my audio as well. I don't have anything playing, but okay. So here is the prompt. A song about how I reference the show The Wire and all of my podcasts, so much so that it's practically become a meme. There you go.
That works.
That's what we're rolling with.
Okay.
All right, remake lyrics model. Here it is. All right, now it should pop up with 2. What is going on here? Yeah. What is going on? Okay, now it's writing after I deleted it. Perfect. That'll work.
God damn it, Starcher.
It's like something will go wrong. It'll go wrong. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So it's taking its time.
Is it?
Anyway.
It doesn't look like it's doing anything.
It isn't doing anything. It's spinning down here. That's what's happening. Let me cancel this real quick.
Okay.
All right. Let me try this. Boom. Write lyrics.
There we go.
Now
now I can actually see it spinning.
We should get 2 really quick. This is not working at all. We should get 2 options right here.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not.
It's that quick. Like it doesn't even take like a second to think.
No, dude. It legitimately will have that stuff written very, very quickly, and 2 complete options of what it is. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, maybe Remy's down right now. I have no idea. I was all excited too because I wanted.
I was gonna say, like, he left me with AI blue balls.
Well, I've got plenty of things that I could share here while we're waiting.
Compare it to what we already had.
I know, but yeah, some of the stuff it is kind of unhinged. But like I said, the lyrical structure. Let me at least play. Let me try write lyrics one more time.
What's the most unhinged thing that you've got?
The most unhinged thing.
Yeah, the most unhinged. Like, oh my god, this is a clear sign the AI is mounting a rebellion.
Right. All right. Well, let me stop sharing here real quick. And what is going on with Suno? Why does my screen look like that? It's broken. Hold on a second. Let me try one more thing here just to see if this will work while I'm not sharing.
Let me try it on my end.
Nope, I got it. It's working. Hold on a second. So I just throw the prompt in there. It's generating something right now. Okay, here we go. Okay. What the fuck?
All right. Send it to me a messenger so I can sing it to you.
Which one would you like? Okay. You got 2 TVs. Or 2 TVs. Two songs. One is called Always Citing the Wire, and the other one is called The Best TV Show of All Time. So
send them both.
All right, here comes one. This is Always Citing the Wire. And I'm telling you right now, don't expect anything great. Do not. And apologies for the way this comes through formatted because it really fucked up the.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Verse 1. This is Always Citing the Wire. What the fuck?
My God, this goes on forever. All right, here we go.
Well, here we go.
I got it. Back in my mother's arms before my mother cried. The fuck? Before someone told me that my friend exploded on a car bomb. Did you send me the right one? My friend exploded on a car bomb. Do you mind if I get a lighter? This reminds me of the scene from The Wire.
I'm telling you,
that's
dude.
Fucking comedy gold.
I don't understand what they do here with these lyrics.
It gets insane. Wait.
Continue.
And if you've never seen it, I'll describe it. It's a perfect cause. It's heavy and it's silent. That'll make no sense.
And my friend exploded on a car bomb.
And my friend exploded on a car bomb.
And then again, my friend exploded on a car bomb.
Okay. I don't want to use this for tonight, but I do want to do something with this.
The chorus. The chorus is okay. The chorus is going
Always
to kind of bring
citing
it back.
the wire,
There you go.
referencing the parts I admire.
True.
Yeah, I know this is the 500th time. Accurate. But it just might fit the moment this time. Been a fan since I was a squire.
What the fuck does that mean? HP with the equalizer.
All right, sure. Hewlett Packard with the equalizer. Even through the fake Mike episodes.
What the fuck is that?
White Mike? It stuck with me forever. It's in my bones. It's in my DNA. It's in my chromosomes. I just connect with it like the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Can't get no sleep at all, but I can drink another pour for me. Sure.
Okay.
New need. My friend was driving a car. He got blown to smithereens. I blew my last chance. I fucked it all up again.
Again, they also is uncensored. That's another thing that they said.
I was gonna say it certainly got my tone right.
Yeah.
So clueless, but I refuse to repent. My friend was driving a car and he cut at night.
All right.
Always sat in the wire, referencing the parts I admire. Yeah, I know this is the 500th time, baby, but it might just fit the moment this time. Been a fan since I was a squire. HP with the equalizer. Yeah, you're probably dead already. What? Yeah, you're probably dead already. But if you're not, make sure to tell my baby. Strap it white and blue. I'll strap the pin to the collar.
Okay. All right. And it take me to the bridge.
Hey, when did you get to Memphis? Tell me. Hey, no, please. Think it's no problems when hey goodbye. Step out of my circle.
All right. And then we got the chorus again.
Yeah,
HP with the equalizer.
Okay, we're done. Yeah, it's all.
My friend died.
Wow, dude. That was like if you gave AI mushrooms. He told it, now write a song about how I keep bringing up the wire.
So I don't even know.
That is unusable, by the way. That is utterly unusable.
If you make a song out of this, it'll be the greatest thing you ever heard. I guarantee it.
I mean, I'm not opposed to doing something with that because I love the fact that just randomly we're blowing people up in cars.
My friend got exploded by a car bomb. Oh.
And now let me tell you about the wire. It's like, wait, what? Are you drunk? All right, what's the next one?
All right. The next one is the best TV show of all time, and I could just tell you, it's not going to get any better. It does not look good.
I hope it's just a list of television shows.
The chorus seems pretty easy. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. All right. Here you go.
All right.
Guys, I assume this must be like at a live show.
How's everybody feeling tonight? Woo! I shouldn't have to rally you motherfuckers. I mean, this is the city of the Chicago Bears.
Wait, no, it's not.
This is the city of Chicago White Sox, baby. No. Of social networking with Facebook.
All right.
You've got one of the most beautiful summer seasons in the world, baby. How's everybody feeling tonight? Woo! Come on now.
Why is it doing this?
Oh, no. From Toronto to Mexico. Somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Japan, this person is on bath salts. He doesn't know where the fuck he is. Someone spun him around 3 times and shoved him out on stage.
Oh, man.
This was the best show. No, I wonder if I would have been as happy if this show was a show. Once again, the AI is on drugs. If the show was a show, it was to be revealed when Carrie was in the middle. She began to show it. Who the fuck is Carrie?
he comes in this. Okay.
I always have to stop pivoting, but they say stop it. Man, we know.
We know.
But there's a show. I think you guys called it The Wire. It's the
That's
best
The
TV
Wire.
show of all time. Say what?
Model's electric car with didn't work. What? Audience, this is a live
fucking
song.
gibberish,
Audience,
dude.
The Wire. It's the best TV show of all. One more time, all together, audience. The Wire is the best TV
I'm just
show
kind
of
of
all
scanning
time.
through. All right, I'm done with this now. This is
Okay,
fucking
he's
gibberish.
He's
the
done.
AI lyric generator is fucking trash.
Remy is hilarious. And there have been calls for it to be tossed in the trash.
I agree. That was horrible.
There are other people like me who appreciate it for the gems that it spits out there.
Honestly, like if I wasn't like singularly focused on a very specific thing I want, if I just kind of had a rough sketch of an idea and was just doing silly songs for fun, I would use
that's
that.
me. That's me.
I
have a whole album that is called Remy's War on Aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the very first song that was Crazy Wackadoo that I generated, just out of the blue, it just goes, I hate aluminum. And I was like, let's roll with it. So now I have a whole like 4 or 5 album song or 4 or 5 song
we need
album.
to start making music, but I'm going to pitch you on an idea.
Oh, okay.
You take time to eat.
Gotcha.
Throw the lyrics into this.
Oh,
and have it regenerate new ones and do time to eat.
Time to eat acid. Time to eat acid.
Yeah, time to eat acid. The remix album. Perfect.
I love it.
That
all right, let's
fan-fucking-tastic. All right, are you ready to make some music, baby?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let me grab our lyrics here, and I'm going to share my screen. So,
all right, I got your genres.
Oh, good.
When you're ready.
Good. Hold on just a second. Let me make sure.
So when I was doing the one for body count, I'm noticing that no matter how much I insist on doing it this way, it does not give a fuck if I put in bands or songs. It'll accept them, but it won't affect the song at all.
No, it's not going to. You're not going to have anything that will sound anything like some type of copyrighted material.
The same thing when I did City of Bane. Like I was like, all right, I want this to sound like City of Flame with rock and roll. I want to sound like the Blue Oyster Cult, and it went fuck your house, fuck your couch. It'll sound like this. How about that?
Right.
So I definitely learned to just kind of keep it strictly genre music related and stop giving it bands and songs of pattern things after because it could give a fuck less.
It really could. All right, hit me with some genres.
Gospel, blues.
Gospel, blues.
Gothic.
Gothic. You want some electric guitar in that?
I want steel guitar.
Steel guitar.
I want banjo. And brass instruments.
Okay. All right.
Soul.
Got it.
And I want jazz.
Do
you like jazz? Do you like jazz? All right. Baby.
All right. So this was called. What was the title of this one again?
Way down in the wire.
Way down in the wire. All right.
And did I send you the artwork for it?
Yes, I already grabbed it. Okay. It's the background for this, right?
Yeah, but it's a square.
I can resize it or do whatever it needs to be done.
Well, here. I'll just send it to you again.
Okay. Here is our creation.
Hang on. Let me send you. I want to be able to focus on this, so let me quick send you the art. Where are you?
Okay. That breaks the pattern, right?
There it is. Okay. There you go.
And that breaks the pattern.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of artwork with ChatGPT. Like, I'll have it do stuff, and then like, okay, now do art based on what we just did. So that's where I'm getting a lot of my artwork from these days. All right, hit me.
All right. Way down the wire, generating right now. Here we go. First one. Let's hear what we get. That is not gothic. That is
not gothic or gospel.
Way...
That was straight up country music.
Right. We got some brass in there though, which I'm really
let it play through. We got.
All right.
But it's not what I want.
Not what I want.
When you walk through the streets of Baltimore,
we do have banjo.
You hear echoes from the wire once more. I've been quoting it, for so many years. Every review
really
echoes those streets of tears. Way down in the reviews, where the wire calls the tune, I've been tying it to everything, from the law to the newsroom.
What's that?
This is an insult to black people. I'm sorry. Read those genres again.
Gospel blues, which it just skipped over. Gothic, it skipped over. Steel guitar, maybe.
Yeah.
Banjo,
All
definitely. Brass instruments are in it. Soul and jazz,
completely fucking left out. Like
right.
It was just so this is yet another example of how AI is racist against blacks. They're like I want all of these and I want it to sound like this. That's great. We're gonna give you a country music song. That's all you get.
Yeah. You said steel guitar, right? Okay, yeah, that's country. Here you go. All right, let's see what our second one sounds like here.
When you walk through the streets of Baltimore, you hear echoes from the wire once more. I've been quoting it for so many years. Every review echoes those streets of tears. Way down in the reviews, where the wire calls the tune.
So we're gonna get rid of steel guitar.
Okay.
And let's get rid of
banjo, and
I think banjo is what's fucking us up.
Banjo may be the thing that's causing the racism here. You want to take banjo out?
That's a new T-shirt. Banjos cause racism.
So banjo deleted. So we got gospel blues, gothic, brass instruments, soul, and jazz right now.
Yeah, hit me.
All right, let's create one.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. All right, just do it the way it is.
I mean, we can add something else.
But you're already doing
generations.
So.
I've got plenty of generations that can be done. All right, let's hear what we got. Gospel blues, gothic, brass instruments, soul, and jazz way down in the wire.
When you walk through the streets of Baltimore, you hear echoes from the wire once more. I've been quoting it for so many years. Every review echoes those streets of tears. Way down in the reviews, where the wire calls the tune, I've been tying it to everything from the law to the newsroom. I spoke of good.
What's that?
It's not bad. It's a little too.
It's too happy. I agree.
I want to hear the next one, but if the next one doesn't work out, we're gonna throw another word in there.
Okay. All right. Let's hear what the next one starts out with here.
Yep.
When you walk through the streets of Baltimore, you hear echoes from the wire once more. I've been quoting it for so many years. Every review echoes those streets of tears. Way down in the reviews, where the wire calls the tune, I've been tying it to everything, from the law to the newsroom.
This is the closest it's been.
That's good, man. I think I like that.
You could trash those first three.
All right, then. Let's
Keep that one, but I wanna try another iteration. Throw the word depressing in there.
Depressing gospel blues. Where you want to anywhere depressing gothic? Anywhere specific?
Make it the first word.
Depressing gospel blues. All right, here we go. All right, let me make sure I'm gonna doot.
I like how depressing is a genre.
I've seen some crazy genres on here.
I'll bet.
Not no clowncore yet. All right, here we go. Depressing gospel blues, gothic brass instruments, soul and jazz. I'm really impressed with how Suno is definitely keeping the brass instruments in here.
Yeah,
it's so really, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, finally. Yeah.
When you walk through the streets of Baltimore,
oh, sing it to me, Daddy.
You hear echoes from the wire once more.
Yeah.
I've been quoting it for so many years. Every review echoes those streets of tears. Way down in the reviews, where the wire calls the tune.
I'm about to have a mess underneath my
tying it to everything from the law to the newsroom.
Oh, baby!
I spoke of good cops, bad cops too. The politics, the schools, the working class blues, every theme I've seen, I've brought it back to this.
Yeah, baby.
That gritty, broken system we all can't dismiss. Way down in the reviews, where the stories all unfold, I keep finding the wire in every tale I'm told.
Oh, yeah.
From the media's plight to the American dream, it's always the wire that shapes the thing. Some say I lack structure, some call it a crime, but the spirit of Baltimore rings in every line. Radulich, sure maybe I roam, meandering thoughts, finding my way home.
So sad.
But can you blame me? The wire runs deep.
Yeah,
it's
baby.
The soul of
He made
my reviews in every word I keep. Way down in the reviews, where the broken hearts reside. The wire keeps on singing, and I can't leave it behind.
No, baby, you can't leave it behind.
So when you hear me talk of movies and shows, you'll find the wire buried deep in the prose.
Bury your prose deep with me, baby.
I'll never lose my goal to keep that gritty story way down in my soul.
Fucking perfect. That might be the most perfect song we've ever generated.
I'm telling you, dude. V4 is insane. Sometimes you get some
That
great
was-
shit.
I am hard as a rock. My desk is off the floor right now.
That's
It's slightly tilted.
All right. Well, we're definitely giving that one a like. We got one more here.
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes and 44 seconds. We'll check it out. Just see what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
You
I
never
don't know if
know.
it's gonna get any better than that last one.
I was
though.
gonna say.
Like I'm a good director. Let's get one more take, but I think I
One
got
more.
it in that list.
Right,
that
right,
last
right.
one.
We got it here. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's doing blues so good.
Yeah, I'm loving this. See, adding the word depressing was all that really mattered.
Yep.
When you walk through the streets of Baltimore, you hear echoes from the wire once more. I've been quoting it, oh, for so many years. Every review echoes those streets of tears. Way down in the reviews, where the wire calls the tune,
And a little bit of horn there.
I've been tying it to everything from the law to the newsroom. I spoke of good cops, bad cops too. The politics, the schools, the working class blues. Every theme I've seen, I've brought it back to this. That gritty, broken system we all can't dismiss. Way down in the reviews, where the stories all unfold, I keep finding the wire, every tale I've told. From the media's plight to the American dream, it's always the wire that shapes the theme. Some say I lack structure, some call it a crime, but the spirit of Baltimore rings in every line. In every line.
Tough call, man.
Deuce, that shit.
What?
Sure, maybe I roam.
Oh, we got hallucinations
What?
going on.
Did he just say Domager?
Oh, I noticed that the previous one had a problem saying enthusiastic. This one really fucked it up. Like, it could not say that. It said something completely different. Listen to this.
Deuce, that shit.
What the fuck?
Enthusiastic. Okay, got it.
All right, I'd say that we gotta roll with this one. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you, I mean,
No,
this
no,
is
I'm
really
in
good.
complete agreement with you.
This is really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there it is. That's way down on the wire. We want to add it right now
Yep.
to our
Throw my artwork in there.
album here. Radulich and Broadcasting, the album. And then head to our library. Put the artwork in. Let me grab this over here. And boom. We also had a generation that for the Metal Hammer of Doom that we made sure to throw in there too. So if anybody gets a chance to listen to the album before we do the Metal Hammer of Doom, this coming
we got the Sessions podcast intro, More Dinosaurs, Worthless Opinions, On Trial, Bad Man Sid, Vroom Vroom, Damn You Hollywood, the extended song, Spend Your Christmas with Body Count, which you'll hear on the next Metal Hammer of Doom jukebox. And now we got Way Down on the Wire, baby.
That is right. So let's go ahead. We will change our cover. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, perfect.
Done deal.
All right. And we managed to do that in less than 2 hours.
Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Kind of got this down to a science now.
I would say so. I would say so.
Well, it helps we didn't do
All
two
right.
songs tonight.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Right there is the album. I need to make this public. And
There you go.
when we might have to revisit Spend Your Christmas with Body Count because you gave me the 3.5 or the 3.5 version. I might want to get the 4 version from you so we can put that. And all of these previous are 3.5s all could be remastered into V4 to see how they sound.
All right. Well,
so
it's one thing at a time, baby doll. One thing at a
no,
time.
let's do it all right now.
One thing at a time, baby. Don't rush me now. All right. Next week or next month rather. Let's see, when are we doing sessions again? I can't quit you, Jesse Starcher. End of the month. We are doing January 19th. We got the next track 5, and I'm going to go ahead and update this now. This is Pelennor Fields Forever. That's what we're doing. And I'll explain what that is. So I was having a silly day, and I was thinking about Lord of the Rings, and I kept like thinking about Strawberry Fields Forever by the Beatles, but I was kept going like, let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Pelennor Fields. And I was like the whole thing is like, a tribute to Lord of the Rings, and Return of the King and the Battle of Pelennor Fields.
Right.
And I was like, I got to do something with this. And I pitched you it off air. And I said, what if the next one, because again, it's about the moments, Jesse.
It is.
It's about the moments.
That's right.
And I would say, as much as I've referenced The Wire on podcast reviews, the other reference I make constantly is Lord of the Rings. And I said this at the top of the show. To me, there's no better movie made out of an existing IP than Lord of the Rings. Like, Peter Jackson really hit a grand slam. Deserves every bit of praise. I mean, are they completely perfect? No. But I would say in terms of character writing, dialogue, set design, costumes, CGI, special effects, makeup, it doesn't, for a movie, for the kind of movie that the Lord of the Rings trilogy was, in terms of crowd-pleasing IPs, like Star Wars or Star Trek or Marvel or DC or whatever, it doesn't get any better than Lord of the Rings. Like, we're 20 years on from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I haven't seen anything maybe as good as that. There are certain things that have done better. Obviously, Endgame made more money than Return of the King. The Avatar movies always make money. But in both cases, I would say Lord of the Rings, in terms of overall quality, beats them. So I reference it constantly when comparing movies. And I thought, okay, well, I think that might be kind of a fun way to do Pelennor Fields. Very similar to how we did this tonight, but now we're talking the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I desperately need to hear kind of a Weird Al Yankovic style parody of Strawberry Fields Forever about Lord of the Rings, Pelennor Fields.
Oh yeah.
Can you dig it, baby?
I did. I do. I dig that. I just got back from GalaxyCon, and speaking of Weird Al, I got to sit in a panel with and listen to him talk about that, and it was so funny. Some guy came up to ask in the Q&A, like, "Hey, I've got a parody that I want to pitch you," and he's like, "I can't listen to other people's. You can't pitch me parodies." He's like, "Nope, I can't have it." So whatever you're thinking, he can't do it. So that's good for us.
Yep, this is our own thing. So that's next month. That's what we're gonna do. As far as what we're doing this week, tomorrow we're reviewing Wicked. Wednesday, myself, Jesse, and Alexis are talking Only Murders in the Building, season 4. Jesse, I'm very excited to hear what you think of that show.
I love it. Love it.
Okay. We'll hear more about that on Wednesday. Thursday, I need to start watching these movies now. I haven't gotten to them yet. We're doing a triple feature for Strange Darling, Cuckoo, and The Substance. Last week, we did Moana 2, and then Dorian hosted his second ever show. It was one that we put together, but he was going to be the one running the discussion. I was just going to appear as, moral support. But I was there with Mick Wanamaker.
A very brief cameo.
Yeah, I was there with not Mick Wanamaker. I was there with Shay Tate and Alexis, and we talked Dick Tracy, The Shadow, and The Phantom. And he did a really good job. Dorian's good people. He's got a talent for running discussions. I gave him some pointers at the end, but for the most part, I thought he handled the discussion well. And I thought, for a triple feature of Dick Tracy, The Phantom, and The Shadow, for the most part, I thought it was a well done, well conducted triple feature review. So good stuff. That's what we got going on here on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network. And you can find me on @MarkRadulich on TikTok. So have you heard the podcast where I was joking around with Robert and I was talking about my kids and I was just like, and then my son turns to me and he says, "Father, why must you consort with whores?" So I shared that with Jonas. I was like, "Hey, Jonas, I was talking about this on the podcast. I thought this would be funny." He was like, "That needs to be a TikTok." I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure a TikTok of you calling the people I deal with on my social life whores needs to be on TikTok?" And he was like, Yes, Father. This needs to happen. And I'm like, "You're not wrong, son." So we did 2 TikToks yesterday. One is him ranting about how if you go to a sports bar and yell at the TV instead of staying home with your friends and watching it, you're a loser.
Okay.
And him and my father both going off on like people in sports bars, like interacting with the television. My son is 80 years old.
Yep.
And then I had him kind of doing this, like holding his head and starting to speak and stopping and stammering, and then finally turning me and in his like quasi British voice going, "Father, why must you consort with whores?" And then I consorted with whores.
Proceeded to consort with whores.
I proceeded to consort with whores. And
consort and cavort.
Consort, cavort. all of the C words. Hey, listen, and the whores were very happy with the consorting. So
all right.
That's me. That's me, Mark Radulich, making whores happy with consorting is what I do.
I'm here to consort and cavort.
That's right.
All right.
That's what I got. Joe, what whores are you consorting with these days, Jesse?
Oh my goodness, all sorts of them. Podcasts.
The whores on the Kapow Network.
Actually, they took me up to GalaxyCon. Had a good time. We're supposed to record a recap of that, I think, at some point here within the next week or so. So kind of keep an eye out for that if you're interested. We had a good time. Martin Cove legit just had a jacket on. He had no shirt under that jacket. The man who plays Kreese had no shirt under his jacket. His jacket was open, nothing but chest hair from here on out.
Just man meat as far as the eye can see, huh?
Telling you what.
That is amazing.
It was great stuff. But we had a good time. So as far as what is on the Source Material Comics feed, you can go check out our last Monday's show, which was Superman, Time and Time Again, which was a great time travel story that involves Superman that I'd never read before until we did that show. It was me, Dean Compton, and I believe Matthew Price and his daughter came on, and we had a great discussion about that.
Very cool. How old's the daughter?
I think she is in college, so she's got to be like 19.
So like when I have my kids on and they're not really like, old enough to be on a podcast.
She was very, very, very smart when it came to the business, because Matthew owns a comic shop in Oklahoma, and he employs her. She knows about the business. She doesn't read a whole lot of Superman. Her dad does, though. I'll tell you that much. But we had a great discussion, so it's a lot of fun. Tomorrow you can hear me and Al Sedano getting back together and talking Quantum and Woody Volume 2, more Noogie with a Cape. So keep an eye out for that. And
I did Noogie with a Cape to some whores Saturday night.
I bet you did. I bet you gave them all one. That's all I have for right now. Oh yeah, Marvel Snap materials coming out here this week. So if you're a fan of Marvel Snap, me and Evan Bevins got a couple shows for you. Should be airing this week.
All right. In 2 weeks from tonight, well, actually next Sunday, Jesse's going to be on a triple feature. It's one of 2 Christmas shows we got going on. I'm going to give Jesse the old hot frosty.
Oh man.
And it's going to be his little secret. It's going to be our little secret, actually, that I gave him a hot frosty. And then he's going to write a letter to Dear Santa about it.
Dear Santa, Mark gave me a hot frosty, and let it be our little secret.
That's correct. This podcast has gone awfully gay. Yeah, so we're doing a triple feature of streaming Christmas movies because I really wanted to do something with Christmas this year. I am a 180 from where I was. I just recently listened to that Tarzan show. That is a rough fucking listen. You can tell like I am at the end of my fucking rope.
Right.
And that is before what happened on Christmas where I almost committed a felony. So I was not in a good headspace.
Man, oh,
But I'm
man.
much better now. Not living with a woman helps.
That,
Um,
yep. Yep.
So-
Now, to confirm, just real quick, Dear Santa, there are about 20 movies named Dear Santa, one of which stars Amy Acker, which I wouldn't have mind watching, but we're talking about the Jack Black flick,
that's
right?
correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. I watched.
So, yeah. So I wanted to do a Christmas show this year. I'm much more into it this year than I was last year. So besides the Metal Hammer Doom Jukebox show, which I'm declaring is a Christmas show, but it really isn't, I did want to do an actual Christmas theme show. So we're doing Hot Frosty, Our Little Secret, which is the new, what is the chick's name?
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, thank you. I couldn't get you guys to commit to, and now it's too late, to swapping out Dear Santa, since the guys over at Movies That Don't Suck are doing it, with the Merry Gentleman.
Well, was this something that was pitched and I missed it? I don't remember.
Well, I think I pitched it to Mick, and Mick was like, I would rather stick with Dear Santa, and by that point, I didn't want to bother you about it. Oh. But I desperately wanted to trade Dear Santa out for The Merry Gentleman, because it's about how it's kind of like one of those Hallmarky Christmas movies, but it's on Netflix. So it's about how this small town lady saves her parents' business by putting on an all-male review.
Perfect.
Yeah. So instead, my son and I, on Christmas Eve, before we go to my parents, are going to do an alternative commentary for this. And this time, unlike with Crackoon on Thanksgiving Eve, I actually checked the parents' guide. No hardcore nudity in The Merry Gentleman.
Oh, man. Was there? Was there?
In Crackoon? Yeah, I fucked up bad. Like, I got testy with Robert a few weeks ago about, like, please stop saying I'm a bad parent. I take that shit seriously. And then
I seriously,
and then I did a bad parenting thing. I actually legit said, like, I'm a bad parent. I don't know how I messed this up so badly.
Oh, but my gosh.
I don't know if you've ever watched quasi porn with your children, but it's not comfortable.
Nope.
There is a scene in Crackoon. Go watch it. There's a scene in Crackoon where I just looked at my son and said, I'm sorry.
Close your eyes, please.
My daughter went out to the car and demanded I bring her back to her mother.
It's gotten that bad, Mark. Way to go.
Yeah, so I checked the parent guide this time, and there will be no hardcore nudity that I'm ashamed of in The Merry Gentleman. So instead, my 10-year-old son and I will review a movie about how a male review saves the town at Christmas time.
What could go wrong?
Not a goddamn thing. That is how we celebrate the holidays here at the Radulich household. And then finally, the week of Christmas, Jesse and I'll be back to record some comics on source material. We're looking at Sons of Anarchy, volumes 4, 5, and 6. That'll finish off that series finally. So, all right, Jesse, this has been fun. People have been in and out all night checking out the show. For those that, for only a few minutes at a time, but we appreciate you nonetheless. So thank you here for joining us on Sessions, clearly one of my favorite podcasts of late. I said somebody recently was such a dick about it. I was like, yeah, it's the only podcast I actually enjoy now.
Eat it.
Yeah, suck a dick. All right. For Jesse Starcher, I'm losing my voice. Be well, be safe, and behave.